everybody. Welcome to Project Foster Care, home of the Foster Care Warrior program, which you're tuning into right now. I'm Shelly Nicole, in case you don't know and you're new, and I'm just so excited to have you here. My favorite thing is coming together on Thursday night, talking with all of you, answering your questions, bringing guests. But tonight, I don't have a guest, it's just me. I thought I would take tonight to update all of you on what has happened, what's going to happen, things to come, and get encouragement not only from me to you, but from you to me, because this is a lot of work. So I wanted to start with a story and kind of tell you guys how hard it is actually for me to be doing what I do right now. And I didn't expect to get a little emotional, but I got a little emotional. Rob and I were talking about, my producer, Rob, hi. We were talking before coming on, and I thought, I really need to let everybody know exactly what this means, and me putting my face out there like this. So I had the very first show a little over 2 months ago, and I shared our story. I shared about our foster daughter passing away after being sent home. I shared about a foster daughter that was with us and was ripped from us because they said that we loved her too much, and they were claiming some things that were untrue. And my promise was that I was going to quit a very a hope ministry that I had worked 7 years on. I had one of the top Christian radio station online. I had, my book had just come out, just everything. And I told God, I'm done. I'm putting all of that aside, saying goodbye to everybody. And I'm doing this. I'm going to fight for the foster care community full time. That's what I'm going to do. And I really felt like God prepared me for a time like this. Hi, Ashley. Glad you're not sleeping. Hi, Matt. Hi, Bruce. Angela. Hi, everybody. Glad you're here. Yay. So I shut everything down and just felt like God had prepared me for this. He walked me through everything I did, had me do radio for all that time, and prepared me and put all these people in my path to be here to fight for the children, fight for the social workers, fight for the foster care community. So with that said, when it came time to do the second show, it was just like bam, 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 one thing after another was happening to try to stop it. And one of the big things that happened, and I really held back telling you guys, but I really feel like you need to know that I literally am under a microscope. And I was actually warned by Bruce, and Bruce is tuning in right now, before doing this, that I would have people watching and they would be mad. They wouldn't like it, and they would want to shut me down, and they would do anything to shut me down. And right after the first show, and about a little bit before the second, Monica Marple Riolfi, I am so excited to be here. I'm excited you're here too, Monica, and I'm sorry if I murdered your name. I'm so sorry. Okay, so what ended up happening was somebody watched the show and turned me in to licensing. And I had just gotten a baby a couple days before. And it was in that moment when licensing showed up, because someone filed a complaint against me. And in the end, everything's fine. It was fine. But it was in that moment that I realized, oh my gosh, I can't do the thing I love most, which is say yes to foster care, if I am going to say yes to fighting for the foster care community. And I hope that makes sense to you guys, but I put myself in a really bad position taking in foster children, because that little baby was at risk for being removed from me for nothing. And that's just the truth. So I'm putting my neck out here big time, and I'm not able to say yes to any foster children right now. But my promise is, those of you that are putting your neck out there and you are saying yes for the foster kids, I'm going to be here for you. Project Foster Care is going to be here for you. So I really wanted you guys to know that this is no joke what I'm doing. It's really scary. At any moment I could be turned in. People could lie and try to get me in trouble. And, I already saw proof of that. So But I want to make it clear too to anyone tuning in and watching that wants to turn me in or wants to shut me up. I want to be here to help all of you. I'm not here to get anyone mad or point fingers. I'm here because the foster care system is so incredibly shattered that somebody has to step up and somebody has to expose what's happening. And I decided I was going to be that somebody. Now, I'm not the only somebody doing it. Just like I'm not a foster care expert, I'm one of the foster care experts. I'm someone that does, but I am not the only one. But this is what I'm going to do. So that I just wanted you guys to know that I'm here fighting for you, and I really need your support. And one way you could support me is to show me you're all in, just like I'm all in. I need as many of you to go into Project Foster Care, share the page. Now I do have a link, and Rob will put that in. Rob, are you able to put that in after the show? I forgot to send that to you. How to invite friends. Remember I told you I had the explanation. I forgot to send it to you. So later, can you put it in? So Rob and I were also talking about, because I have so much going on right now, I keep forgetting to do things. And he's like, Shell, so I'm working on it. I'm a one man show. Well, not one man. I've got Bruce, I've got Irene. I have people, but I just, I need to communicate better, which I'm working on. So there will be a link showing you how to invite your friends, and of course, sharing, and then joining the community. Reach out to me. Maybe you're watching and you have a story to tell, whether it's about you're a social worker. I would love to have a social worker or 2 or 3 or 9, whatever. I want to hear the social worker side, because I know you guys are overworked, underappreciated. You're working off trauma. I want to hear your story. Share your story so that people can hear it. They need to hear you and hear your side and hear what you go through. Hi, Faith. I'm so scared, but my heart tells me I really need to do this. Aw, Faith, we're here for you. I love that you show up. You're one of my favorite peeps. So blessed that you're here and you're not alone. And it's scary. Yeah, Rob says, and I say, I do 2 thumbs up. So, it's foster care is super scary, but I have to tell you guys, it's super beautiful. I have so many more beautiful stories than I do bad. It's enriched my life in ways I can't even express. And it's made my children really, Ashley, who's also watching, she was saying the other day when we were talking that my kids just have this, they're not like, I don't want to say normal teenagers, but they have this view of the world that I think most people don't. And it's a direct result because they've been in the real world. They've seen what really happens. And I think it's done 2 things. It's caused a lot of trauma in our family, but it's also brought a lot of beauty and taught my children grace and compassion in ways they never would have any other way. So yes, so I'm all in, and I'm just asking all of you to be all in with me. I need your support. It's really hard for me to not be able to take foster children in right now, but it's worth it when I get the phone, the messages and the calls saying, hey, I'm a foster parent and, I have these questions and thank you for supporting me, or your show has been amazing. It's been helping, it makes me feel a little better about not being able to say yes. And I'm not going to give up. So I have some announcements that I just wanted to share with you tonight. And one is a really big one. And I was super excited, and I vaguely touched on it a little bit on Facebook, but it's super official now. I am a realtor. I've been a realtor for almost 8 years, and it was something I just absolutely loved doing, but stopped doing it for a couple years to go into ministry full time. And it dawned on me that I wasn't raising the money that we need to open the Amazing Hope Hideout, which is a retreat center for the foster care community. It just wasn't happening. And I thought, my goodness, if I go back to doing real estate, I could easily start raising that. And so I decided, oh my gosh, I'm going to combine selling homes with finding homes for foster children and helping the foster care community. So Cody got his license and we are officially in business. Everything was official as of last week. I am with Coldwell Banker. Cody has joined me as a team. 50% of our commission goes directly to Project Foster Care, and that money goes directly to helping families that are adopting. I'm going to start helping families that want to adopt but don't have enough room in their house. I'm going to start working, there's a bigger announcement on that, but I'm going to start helping them, I'll just say, make more room in their home, and there'll be a bigger announcement on that, but I got to kind of keep that one hush hush. Oh, Matt Doherty, we are here and behind you. We all want the best for the kids. We'll go to great lengths to make sure the kids are loved and safe. Oh, thank you, Matthew. You know how much we love you. You've just become such a cheerleader for us, and just so grateful for you. So what is Project Foster Care doing? So a lot. There's things that you guys don't see behind the scenes, but constantly helping foster parents with grief, directing them, helping them get their license, helping them through loss, helping them maneuver the foster care system and how to communicate with social workers and how to communicate with the birth families and how to better understand the children that they're taking in. When they are, getting ready to take children in or get licensed, a lot of times they need clothes and they need furniture and they need to get ready. And I am able through all the people that I know all over the country, I put up just a bulletin saying, hey, this is what's needed, and it happens. God, I made a laundry list of everything that we're doing. Working with aged out youth and helping connect them with people that are mentor them. I am working on a mentorship program for aged out youth right now. Doing grief coaching. I'm working on a huge thing. Can't tell you everything right now, but it's huge, where foster parents and social workers alike will have access to a grief coach, grief counselor, 7 days a week, just saying. I connect other foster families with other foster families. Let's see, what else are we doing? Right now, what I really want to start doing and really go full force is really loving on those social workers. They're extremely neglected, and they are making those big choices for these kids, and they need help. They need to be loved on. They need to be able to, release what they're drinking in. And I mean, if you can imagine, just if you're a foster parent tuning in, or if you can just even imagine for a second the stories that these foster parents come in. Ashley says, yay, Faith Hope, that's so super. Colleen, hi Colleen, I love you, Colleen, you rock. And I had to talk to you, Colleen, about the real estate stuff, but that's a longtime friend of mine. Colleen and I have been friends, goodness, Colleen, since we were like 6, we met at church, right? Like 7, something, really long time, sweetheart. And I lost what I was talking about. Oh, but loving on the social workers. So we have to help them. They're working out the secondary trauma, and they're making the big choices for these kids. And sometimes, to be honest, and this is just the truth, they want to just be done with one case, and there's 30 cases with maybe 3 kids and 10 people attached to that child, and they're just tired and they miss their family. And so we need to be doing better with our social workers and our foster parents too. So that too. We're working on, of course, bettering the foster care system. What's that look like? Well, first, I need to let all of you know what's happening. You need to see the flaws, what's happening, what shouldn't be happening, what it looks like. And then all of us come together with ideas. How do we tackle this? How do we come together and demand the change? Jennifer Bryant, hi, love you too. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. It makes me feel so happy. So these are all the things on my heart. An educational series. I'm currently working with a gentleman that worked in the system for 50 years. He's written several books on grief and on the system, and he is having me come down for 3 to 4 days to teach me everything he knows, work on a curriculum, so that I can help all of you that are at the front lines, and that is the social workers and CPS alike, the foster parents. So this is the stuff that you don't know that I'm doing behind the scenes, and I have to be really careful with my time and make sure I'm loving my family. And yeah, so that's what's going on. But so Cody and I are going to be doing the real estate thing, and I met with my broker today, and they're so on board with what we're doing, and he's so excited for this and just sees the value in it. And just it just made me cry today how he wants to come alongside me, and I'm so proud to be with Coldwell Banker. And I just love my broker. His name is James Nichols, also happens to be my neighbor, but he just makes you feel cared for. and he really does care about what we're doing. So, so what's this look like? If you know, and you know, you're going to buy a house, you're in California, and you're wanting to sell or buy your home, you could just contact me. I have agents all over California that are trusted, that are coming alongside of me, that are partnering. I have my friend Ingrid Dongelman. You guys might know her from, if any of my Elk Grove peeps are here, but she's in Elk Grove. She's with Caldwell Banker, and we're partnering with her in Elk Grove. So that's awesome. That's my hometown where I grew up. And I have people in the LA County area. I have people all over California partnering. And you can partner even if you're out of state. We just send you to people that we trust and know through the Caldwell Banker, or even if you're not. So that's what we're doing. So 50% of all of our commission is going straight to Project Foster Care and funding everything that we're doing. And I just think that's amazing. And I'm so excited and proud, and Cody's so excited and proud. And so, yes. So then, oh, Peter. Hi, Pete. Hello, Shelly. This is my first episode. Oh, you're tuning in my first time. I'm so happy you're here. I hope Bella's watching. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yep. He says, Renee says, congrats with the real estate thing. Thank you. It's something I really missed. And I just thought, you know what? Helping people find homes and buy homes. And in return, you know, we're helping find homes for foster children. And oh, by the way, if you guys are listening, we are looking for our slogan because we're getting ready to do a huge mailer. So that was one thing I wanted to ask you. Would you help me with that? Think of a slogan. I don't know, Colleen, if you're listening, or Renee, or Peter, or, you know, any of you guys tuning in. Cody and I are trying to think of a slogan, something like, you know, your home, finding a home for foster. I don't know, something. I think you guys know what I'm trying to do, but I would really love your input, and it would mean a lot to me if one of my friends or viewers, you know, picked that, a slogan for us to put on our mailers. So we have some shows coming up that I wanted to tell you about, some really good episodes coming. So we have one coming up next week, which is birth family rights. So a lot of people don't know, these birth families come in that have their kids taken away. They don't understand, they're not told the law. But they are able to forego the process of reunification and put their children up for adoption, but they're not told that. I have Lisa Sweet joining us for that episode, as well as Bruce Wagnett, and we will be talking about why are they not actively really trying to find homes for these older children, for the children that are already available for adoption. I think you're going to be very shocked to find out why. And I know I'm not going to make a lot of people happy, but it's the truth. My promise to you is I'm going to tell you the truth about the shattered system and why it's failing our children. And so you won't want to miss that episode. You're going to learn a lot. We're going to be having an episode on grief, and that is grief of not only the child that you're taking in, but grief of the foster family, the parents that are taking care of that child. And one that is super important and that has affected my family immensely is grief of your birth children when those kids leave, followed by the next episode the following week. So this is 3 weeks worth of programming coming to you. Caring for your family as a foster parent. That is something that, again, has touched my family. I haven't shared a lot with you guys because it's very, very private right now, what we've gone through. But when Kiki passed away, it still can never talk about it. It really crushed the family. And I found her little shoes today. So I just saw her little shoes in my head, but it crushed my daughter in particular. And I didn't realize I wasn't caring for her. I thought I was, but I was grieving. And my daughter was grieving different. And even though I'm a grief coach and I you know, Christian counselor of grief, it's when you're in the throes of it, it doesn't work for you. So I'm going to talk about that episode. Good gosh, I have to start crying. It's just hard. So I really feel like that's a super important show to have, the loving and caring of your own birth children, that often I think get neglected. And I say this because I have a cousin, a second cousin, my Aunt Joyce, I call her Aunt Joyce, but she did foster care for like 35 years. And she's talked to me numerous times about how her children who are adults now talk about how hard it was on them. So it's really important that you guys are sitting down and regularly talking with your children, and we'll touch more on that. But those are the episodes that are coming up, and they're all going to be filled with so much information, and you won't want to miss them. And I can't wait to share them with you and just be on this journey with you. So I think that's it for tonight. Still working on the website. It's so close. And as I was telling Rob, it was kind of embarrassing, but what does Shelly do when she gets overwhelmed? She works on other stuff. And I just really need to just finish these few things for the website. It's not really funny. It's just who I am. I get a lot of things going on and then I freak out when I have to get something done, and it's a lot and I don't know how to do it. So I'm working on that. The website is this close. I think that's it. I am looking for someone. If you guys know anyone that would like to be a marketing intern with Project Foster Care, we are currently seeking a marketing intern to help us with marketing and getting the word out. And I can't do it all on my own. And this is one way you guys could come alongside and help if you know anyone interested in that. And I am looking for bloggers all the time about foster care and adoption. So I think that's it for tonight. That is all that's going on. I just really wanted to give you guys an update and invite you to join us and partner. And there's the final thing that I will say, and it's kind of my call to action, and it's something I've always been very uncomfortable with, but you know what? I'm not going to be uncomfortable with it because I cannot do this without help. And one way you guys can help is if you partner. I got a big surprise this week. I got a $100 check in the mail for Project Foster Care. And I was so shocked because people just really, I don't know if they don't know how to donate or not know, they can't. I'm not sure. But it made me cry that someone sent that to me with well wishes in the fight. And I do need people to partner. I pay out of my pocket every month to do this. It costs money. So I pay my own self to work because it's my passion. But what a blessing it would be if you guys could come alongside. Even if it's a one-time donation or a monthly donation, you can go to projectfostercare.com right now and you can click on the donate button. I am a nonprofit, so it's tax deductible. And what you will get with that is you will start getting your updates where your donation is going and how it's helping. You're officially a foster care warrior, but you know what? Let's just be real. If you're here tonight, you're a foster care warrior. If you share, you're a foster care warrior. But could you guys be praying about that, about really joining me in a financial way and supporting Project Foster Care? I'd be so grateful for that. The kids would be grateful, the social workers, foster parents. So I think that's it. I think we're good. I love you guys so much. And I do want to ask, does anybody have any questions tonight? I don't want to hang up. Do we have any questions, Rob? Does anybody want to ask anything? And it could be anything at all. It doesn't have to be asking about what we're doing, but if you have any questions about foster care or anything at all.
So there weren't any questions that came in, but there were a couple comments. Like Ashley Rose said, buying a home will find a home for a foster child. Jennifer Bryant said, a home for you, a home for them.
Love those. Those are good. What else?
Faith Hope Love Ruiz said, by buying your dream home through Coldwell Banker, you will be giving a dream home to a
I get what she's saying. Foster child.
Infant precious child. Too long. Ashley says, buying a home will save a foster child life.
Ooh, that's a good one, Ash. Ashley, by the way, is a former foster child, just so you guys know. So she knows what she's talking about.
And Faith said innocent. So I think he was changing or modifying what he'd said before. And then Jennifer Bryant said prayers sent. So Monica Marple.
I can't say her last name. I feel terrible. I want to. She needs to tell us.
I'm sorry, Monica, but my husband and I just said goodbye to our first foster child. This is way harder than we would have thought. Will you address ways to grieve on upcoming episodes?
Absolutely. I don't know if she can write you quickly. Monica, I don't know where you're located, if you're near uh, California or the Bay Area at all. I'm teaching a grief class next weekend in Concord. If any of you are interested in coming, it's going to be a very intimate time where we just sit together and I listen and I walk you through the grief process of not only your foster child, but of you, of yourself. And Monica, I am happy after the show. If you want to write me privately, go to Project Foster Care and just send me a way to contact you. I don't mind spending some time with you. I know how much pain it is all too well. You're in Texas. My bestie lives in Texas, in Dallas. That's I go there and she comes here all the time. Um, you know, I'm here for you. So if you need that time, and maybe we could even arrange a little phone call, and I'll walk you through it. But I absolutely will be addressing grief and ways to go through it. But quite frankly, Monica, my one thing I'll say to you tonight is to feel it, to allow yourself to feel it. And that by you being in pain and hurting tells me that you did right, mama. You did good. You loved that baby. And if you didn't, you wouldn't feel what you're feeling. So you did amazing, you foster care warrior. And I'm sending you a big hug. And like I said, reach out to me and I'm happy to love on you. Okay. But yes, so I will be announcing those grief shows when they're coming up. So I think it's in a week, that we'll be addressing that in 2 weeks. Okay. Mwah. Praying for you. Anything else, Rob? Did Bruce write anything? Because the last 3 episodes, Bruce has been writing, but he writes it and it shows up Project Foster Care because he's a part, he's
Because he's an
on the
editor
team.
also.
And
Yep.
so I never see it. So is he writing anything?
He wrote a number of those.
I can't hear you now.
Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote a few of them, but Monica just had a follow up. She said, "Wow, your words just meant so much, just what I needed."
Aw.
Awesome. And then Faith said, "Please tag me in the grief show."
Okay. Oh my gosh, I hope I remember that. Let me write that down. So Faith and Monica, I will tag. And I don't know, Monica, I have a foster parent support group. I'm not sure if that's how you found me. Faith, I do believe you're in that group, but if you guys aren't a part of the group, I run a foster parent support group. It's very, very private, and I am extremely selective with who comes in. Everybody that asks to come in, I personally write them and ask them, are you a foster parent, and engage with them. It's a wonderful group of people, and you get a lot of support in there, and I'm in there frequently. So if you want the link to be a member in that group, ask me, and I'll put you in there too. You'll get a lot of love in that group. Anything else, Rob?
Yeah, Faith just said, "I need a private." So, yes, I guess you or Faith.
A private what?
I'm assuming Faith meant wants a private session with you.
Oh, okay. To talk.
Yeah, and then Monica followed up.
One of the things that I do, I use my, so I'm a member of the Christian Counseling Association of America. So I specialize in grief, trauma, and PTSD. I have my master level training in that. And so I work with a lot of foster parents, and that's just one of the ways I give back is by doing that. So anyways, okay, so Faith, just private message me. We'll work something out.
Yep, and then Monica said, "I would love to be a part of the group."
Okay.
Roger Fitch said, "I am late because it has been a rough day and severe pain to top it off." But and then Mark Clark says, "Sorry for lateness."
Oh, hi, Mark. Roger, our poor Roger is really sick. I'm not going to say with what because I don't have his permission, but he's been very sick for a long time. And for those of you watching, Roger Finch is very active in the foster care community. He's a grandfather to me. He's really taken Ashley in. I love him. Oh, I love him so much. Roger, I am praying for you, my friend. I love you dearly, and I'm just glad you tuned in here. Even if it's for the last bit, you can go back and watch it. But I'm praying for you, buddy. I love you. Mark, I know you texted me that you were going to tune in, so I know I'm glad you're here. Does anybody else have any questions, or are we good? Okay, so anybody else tuning in, and even if it's after the live, because you might be watching this now and it's not live anymore, feel free to private message me through Project Foster Care, and one of us will get back to you. If you want to be a part of that very private foster parent support group, let me know and I will go ahead and add you in there. And yeah, until then, it's always my honor and privilege to share Thursday nights with you. Rob, I want to say a personal thank you to you for even giving me this opportunity. You are a rock star. I love you very much, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity. So it takes a village, people.
Thank you. So last minute comments that just flew in. So Jennifer Bryant said, "How is Ashley and the baby doing?"
Okay. So.
Well, and I'll finish and then the other two. So go back to Jennifer's comment, but Jana Gurin says, "Great job, proud of you." And
Jana,
Roger Fitch.
That's my childhood friend too, Jana. Hi, Jana.
And then the last one is Roger Fitch said, "Love you all." So yes. Aww. So the last question is Jennifer's saying, "How is Ashley and the baby doing?"
So I've been kind of hush on that. Ashley's tuning in right now, and we have a story to tell, and after some events that have been happening, we realized that we wanted to save the story and share it with you guys. And it's coming up in July. So Delilah Grace is doing great. She's growing. She's beautiful. I love her. Ashley is just a rock star. She's rocking life right now. She's blowing my mind. She's just been through hell and back, but she just bounces right back up and fights. So thanks for asking, you guys. Keep her and Delilah in your prayers. And we have such a big story to share with you guys, but Ashley wants to do it in her way, and we're working on that. So come July, you guys will get to hear the story and you will get to meet Delilah Grace. So thanks for asking. Hope that sort of answers your question, but yeah, is that it? Anything else? Okay, well, until next Thursday, thank you for joining us, and make sure that you share, and I will put that link up onto how you can invite friends and help us grow. And remember, you can go to projectfostercare.com and you can become a partner with us, and we would be so grateful for that. And don't forget us for your real estate needs. So yay, all this great stuff happening. Love you all of you, my foster care warriors. Until next week, have a hope-filled week. Bye-bye.